Oh, hey YouTube, what's really good? My name is Vivid Color, coach of the South Texas Sableyes, and we are finally back with Draft League content. This is going to be PGBL Season 3, Week 1. We are going up against Bub, and I don't actually know the name of his team, but I have it pulled up here, the Munchlaxter United. So this is the team we're bringing this week. If you haven't watched it, I've already uploaded a draft breakdown. Please go watch it. I'll sort of explain my absence in another video. I haven't recorded it yet. I'm recording all this early, so hopefully there will be something sort of letting you know that I'm coming back to the scene, hopefully. But if there's not, just bear with me. I'm working on getting my YouTube life together. I want Ultra Recon Squad music. All right, let's go. Whew, okay. So Bub's team is actually really good. If you watch the live draft we hosted on the Killer Nachos Twitch channel, every time Bub's team got brought up, I just kept talking about how perfect the speed tiering was. So this is pretty close to what I thought. Let's see. I expected Crobat. We see that. Mega Deontay. We see that. So the only thing that I expected that didn't come was Lucario. Because I expected the Manaphy. I expected the Zygarde. And I expected the Rose. What did I? Oh, no, the Lucario's here. What? Oh, did I? Oh, I just predicted perfectly. Crobat, Mega Deontay, Lucario, Zygarde, Manaphy, and Roserade. Okay, well, let's hope, since I predicted perfectly, the team works out. Okay, so his only form of hazard removal is Defog, but I didn't actually bring Rock, so I don't know why I'm starting off by saying that. I could see him just starting off Crobat. I really could. That would be a reasonable lead here. I don't think he'll start Deontay. I don't think he'll start Zygarde. What's the best lead if he leads Crobat? Crobat outspeeds my entire team. All right, I'm actually just gonna lead with. I'm kind of glad that the Metagross isn't here, because the Metagross actually just completely shuts down. The Metagross completely shuts down parting shot shenanigans. So I'm leading off with the Persian here to try and parting shot out on a slower lead maybe, and get some momentum going from the beginning. If he leads Crobat, which seems pretty reasonable, it'd be pretty hard to do. I could just click Thunder Wave. Is that what this is Crobat? Yeah. Okay, so let's look at. I think I'm just gonna click Thunder Wave on turn 1 then, because if he stays in on this thing, it'll be good for me. Crobat doesn't get access to toxic spikes, right? So it looks like Brave Bird will do about 55% to me. Also staying in, he would have to, yeah, I think I just clicked Thunder Wave here. He doesn't have any, well, Zygarde, I guess, would be the switch that would make Thunder Wave null, right? He doesn't have an electric type. Let me actually take a picture of his team, just because it's hard, like you can't actually see the team in between rounds. Or sort of like while making switch decisions. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I just clicked Thunder Wave on turn 1, and that should be fine. He'll probably go for a U-turn. My guess is U-turn or just a Brave Bird. A Brave Bird chunks here. This also reveals my type turn 1. I wouldn't be surprised if he went to Lucario here, expecting a parting shot. Like just U-turn into Lucario, expecting a parting shot. It would be a pretty reasonable play. His only form of healing, or well, I guess, okay, so he has 3 cleric options. He can have the Deontay that can have Heal Bell. I think Manaphy can have Heal Bell. Oh, just cross poison turn 1. I resist that. So we slow down his fastest threat if this connects. That was also a crit. Jeez. All right, so I feel very good about this, and in fact, I feel good enough to just parting shot out on this thing. I feel super good to just parting shot out on this thing. I mean, if he goes out into Lucario now. Well, I guess I could have stayed in and gone for the Ice Beam, because I probably outspeed this thing now. This is his fastest Pokemon, so slowing this thing down means I think the rest of my team just outspeeds him, which means we're really good on speed right now. Man, that's huge, because having this thing slowed down was a big deal. It really was. I brought two sort of like status inducers that just had paralysis of their status, just because the Crobat was actually pretty scary, and it also helps me out a lot to have his team just slower than some of my threats. The superior set I brought this week is a little strange. All right, so he stayed in, so I'm actually just gonna go out into what I want to go out into. The cross poison I think was a little aggressive. I mean, I get it. I just think it was a little aggressive. I'm just going to go out into Stainless here. I don't really want to risk anyone else getting poisoned. Not yet, because I didn't bring a cleric this week. All right. See, now I feel like he's just kind of like locked here, right? Can this thing actually sweep his team from here? Is there potential for that? What's his entire team? I don't think so, because I don't think I can get around the Manaphy. In fact, I know I can't get around the Manaphy. So I guess I'm just going to click, or I think I'm going to double here, because I think he has to switch. I'm going to double out here into Nagini, hoping he goes out into Manaphy, and this will let me set up. Please tell me you doubled, or you switched, and you didn't just go for something like Brave Bird. Should be nuts. Taunt. Oh, wow, that's really good. Holy. That's so good. In this position. All right, we're gonna triple switch here. I mean, it's currently fine because there's really not much going on. I guess I could go out into Starmie, but I really don't want to take damage because Starmie deals with a lot of his team pretty effectively. Yeah. Jeez, this is rough. Okay, I'm gonna go back out. Starmie's good. I just don't want him to go out into Manaphy, but he won't go out into Manaphy here. What would be his switch right now? I mean, I guess he could just stay in and go for cross poison. All right. I really don't want anything to get toxic, so I guess I'm just gonna go out into Stainless here. Ugh, it's not great. It's really not, because I don't want any of my Pokemon to get toxic by a cross poison. All right, so he gets paralyzed. I don't know if he stays in and goes for the taunt again. I was really just expecting him to go out into Manaphy there, but I guess he can't, thinking that I'm just like a normal set. I'm actually just gonna click Flash Cannon here. It seems to be reasonable, or I'll click Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon will do reasonable damage to most things. It might be a 2-hit KO on this. It's not. Super Fang. Oh. Oh. That's cute. Geez, that leaves me in a rough spot. That really does. That really leaves me in a rough spot. Because I need this thing to be pretty bulked up. I guess I could just autonomize here, but then I lose a lot of my breaking power late game. I guess that's the play. I just autonomize here. I mean, I don't know. I'm in a rough spot. I'm really in a rough spot. I'm gonna go out into Silvally. I've just been doing nothing but switching around. I can't stay in. I don't know. This Crobat's a problem, even paralyzed. Like, I should have just stayed in with Silvally and Ice Beamed it. I really should have. I just didn't want to risk the unnecessary poison on my Silvally, but I could have been done with this Crobat. We could have been to a different part of the game already. Man, that really stinks, because I have to deal with a Manaphy before setting up with Celesteela. But once I do that, I can pretty safely secure a KO, I think. Because once I set up Autonomize, I think it'll be pretty easy to secure a KO. As long as there's some kind of prior damage on the Zygarde, Hidden Power I should take it out. I've got Fire EMZ Flamethrower or Fire Blast, I'm not sure which one, for the Lucario or the Rose. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're just gonna stay in and go for Ice Beam here. Just gonna stay in and go for Ice Beam here. Seems to be the play. Oh, I wish I had more to drink here. I really wish I had more to drink here. I think this Ice Beam, all right, this is definitely a defensive set though, right? Crobat, defensive utility. Haven't seen U-turn, so it just might not pack it. I've seen Cross Poison, Roost, Taunt. Is that it? Oh, and Super Fang. So that's the entire set. Cross Poison, Taunt, Roost, and Super Fang is this set. All right, so we stayed in. How much is this gonna do? It's a little bit under half. just stays in and goes for a roost. I mean, we can play this game, I guess. Eventually, he'll get stalled out on a turn. I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to switch out into something that's going to Super Fang. I guess since I revealed Ice Beam, he gets a pretty free switch into Manaphy here. But Manaphy is not going to one-shot me, and then I can paralyze it, which kind of shuts it down as a sweeper too. Jeez, this game is not the best so far. And from me, I mean, I haven't played competitive Mons in a hot minute. I haven't played in a draft league in a hot minute. I also got pretty used to not doing these live. I'm trying to throw it back to the old days. Whew, come on. I mean, I don't think he's just gonna stay in. I think this is the turn he switches out. This thing's at full health, so I don't see why he wouldn't. What potential hazards does he have? He has spikes, I guess, from Rose. He can't switch into Rose on Ice Beam though. So his switches here are limited to Lucario or Manaphy, I think. I guess Deontay would be fine. Lucario, Manaphy, or Deontay. Deontay would be a good one. Nope, just stays in. He's just gonna go for Roost again, or like, what's the play here? Uses Roost. Jeez, if the Manaphy wasn't around, I could set up with my, like, that's what's killing me right now. If the Manaphy wasn't around, I could set up with my, I'm just gonna go for the parting shot here. I mean, or I guess I'm fine playing this game. It's a 25% chance that he'll get paralyzed at some point. If he stays in again, I'm definitely parting shotting on this next turn. There's a good chance I should have done it now, since I've Ice Beamed twice in a row. Cause like I said, like, he doesn't have that many switches. Does he switch this turn? Yeah. So he's going out into, my guess is Manaphy. Yeah, okay. So I'm actually going to stay in and just click Thunder Wave because I don't think, okay, so that reveals a lot actually. The fact that he's leftovers reveals that he's not Z Crystal. I'm just gonna stay in and click Thunder Wave, and then after, like, cause he gets a Tail Glow off here almost no matter what, I think. And I'd rather not switch out and him get the Tail Glow. I'd rather not give him the Tail Glow for free, which might force him to attack. I'm really unsure. All I know is that if it's paralyzed, I can definitely deal with it, and if it's not paralyzed, I can't. So we're gonna go with the clean Thunder Wave Signal Beam. This is an interesting move. Like, he keeps using moves that I resist on me. What was the predicted switch here? I guess Starmie? I don't know. I'm actually going to Parting Shot here though. Seems pretty reasonable. He's definitely a Tail Glow set. Like, definitely a Tail Glow set. No doubt about it. I guess he's not the Rain Dance set though, which is really good for me because it means he can't just get up his hydration. So I have a few options here. I really think the best one is to go into Nagini and threaten to Leaf Storm on this turn. And then just set up a Reflect for the incoming Crobat. Oh, he is. It doesn't matter. He has to switch out anyways. So he's not Z Rain Dance, but he's just a normal Rain Dance set. But this means he'll be cured of the paralysis. All right, good tech. Good tech. I feel it. So I could just set up. I think I have to set up a Reflect here because I think he has to switch, right? Like, he just has to. He's outspeed every time. Outspeed every time. I could just go for the Leaf Storm, but predicting that Crobat switch in, that seems not great. It would also burn a turn of Leaf Storm. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna set up the Reflect here. I'm gonna set up the Reflect, and then I'll set up the Light Screen once he switches into the Crobat. Oh, Mary Jane, this is gonna be the Roserade. That's fine. All right, so we'll have Reflect up, and now I wish I would have set up a Light Screen. Fun fact. All right, so I know I'm faster than this unless this thing is Scarfed. Like, I'm absolutely faster than this unless this thing is Scarfed. Let's check what a life orb set does to my superior. After, oh wow, Sludge Bomb is a super clean one-hit KO too. With Light Screen up, I live. With Light Screen up, I live. So I think that's probably worth. It gives me a lot of time. I probably should have led off with Light Screen. Okay, so he's also not choiced. So we get him from, this was maybe a risky play because if he was choiced, it was really bad. Okay, so good on you for making that play. I'm actually gonna glare here. How scummy is that? This thing's, well, if it's a Subseed set, does that mean it has natural cure? Roserade. Yeah, it has natural cure as an option. All right, so I'm actually gonna switch out here into, I need to take advantage of these turns. Like I really, really need to. All right, I'm gonna go out. Well, it's raining now, so this dude's not great either. My Entei. I mean, it's still probably fine, right? I could go out into, no, that's a real bad play. I don't think I want to just start setting up Leaf Storms, right? It does 10% right now, which is actual nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out into Celesteela here. I'm gonna switch out into Celesteela and set up. I can't do that. This team's really good against my team. I'm just gonna go out here into Silvally. It's my best play. It's like the middle ground play. He goes for Leech Seed, gets it off. That's fine. I'm gonna go for Parting Shot here, I guess. I can set up screens again too, because I'm faster than everything on his team. I should like 100% be faster than this because I expect the Silvally to be faster, but he has to wonder if I'm a slower Silvally, right? Because I think yeah, okay. So he withdraws, goes out into the Crobat. Okay, finally. I feel like I have a little bit of initiative for probably the first time. Like, for probably the first time ever. We know this thing's entire set. It's fine. We have it. What's my play here? It's probably just to go out into Starmie, and then he has to worry about a Psyshock. I think he just has to worry about a Psyshock. But I'm actually just gonna go for the Hydro Pump because we're in the rain. The rain didn't end, right? Because now there's no longer rain on the screen. I'm gonna go for a Hydro Pump. He switches, probably anything he switches out into dies, is my guess here. Just because of being an analytic Starmie, my guess is anything he switches out into dies. Okay, we're about to see. Oh, well, this thing's not gonna die for sure. Like for sure not gonna die. It'll take a hit. That's analytic damage, ladies and gentlemen. So now I just go for a Thunderbolt, I guess. We just click Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt does 64 to 76%. And Signal Beam does 29 to 35%. So we win this damage exchange for sure. I didn't realize it wasn't still raining. The Hydro Pump would have done so much more damage. Oh, this is gonna be a long battle. I can tell already. So Reflect turn number 3. Does that mean I have 3 turns of Reflect left? I'm not entirely sure. Low-key, this is the first time I've recorded anything with This is the first time I've recorded any piece of content without a hat or like a beanie on in a long time. Cannot tell a lie. Just because I never want to fix my hair, but we were kind of rushed to get this one in. All right, so this should do a hefty amount of damage. This is a bulky Manaphy. All right, so we like 100% live this, like 100%. Because this, like, there's no way we don't live this. And now he has to switch out, right? Like, he just has to. I don't think it's... I really don't think it's worth predicting, but I think he has to switch out. And I think the obvious switch here is into Zygarde. So I'm actually, oh man, this could be really bad for me. Like, this could swing the favor of the game for him pretty highly, but I'm gonna click Ice Beam because I think he has to switch out. And Zygarde's the really obvious switch, Roserade's the less obvious switch, and then I guess Deontay is the middle ground play between those two. And Ice Beam will kill the Zygarde. It will, I guess he can just stay in knowing I have Ice Beam because I've already revealed that, right? Or have I just revealed? I think I've only revealed Hydro Pump. So I've revealed Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt. Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. Because if he goes out, so I don't think he can go into Deontay ever because I outspeed even after he megas and I kill him. If he goes out into Roserade, it should die to the Ice Beam just because analytical trigger, and then I'll get a damage boost. And even though Roserade's like pretty specially bulky, I think it'll die. The Zygarde will 100% die if he switches out into it. So let's see what play he decides to make. Staying in and going for Signal Beam is just sacking this thing off, which I guess is a reasonable line of play. Thank God. Okay, this is also like, this is a very good middle ground line for him. Doesn't even kill it. This is a bulky Crobat. I have to stay in too, because otherwise he just roosts. All right, so I'm just actually gonna click Thunderbolt. I mean, I'm pretty sure he sacks this thing off. If there's any chance he switches out into something else, it would be really good for me. Starmie is really good here because it puts a lot of pressure on his entire team. Like, it puts pressure on his entire team. I don't think he has anything that he can switch into after this that it doesn't pressure in some fashion. The Lucario is the one thing I can think of. Yeah, so the range the Manaphy is at, I will kill it with a Thunderbolt. The Roserade could be a switch here and it'll probably live. The Zygarde dies, the Deontay dies. Lucario, I think, is a roll. If it depends on like how bulky it is, but I guess the Lucario, the Zygarde could just come in at extreme speed, I believe. So let's look at that real quick. Yeah. So the Lucario or the Zygarde can actually take me out with just, or the Lucario can. I'm sure the Zygarde can too. With just an extreme speed, which means that the Zygarde might be a roll. I'm at 46 HP. Yeah, no, the Zygarde takes me out with an extreme speed, assuming it's like max attack adamant. And the Lucario probably takes me out too. I think I have to stay in on either of them because both of those are setup mods, and if he gets a turn to set up, I just lose here. It's not that I like 100% lose, it just gets really, really hard. And then I can go out into Celesteela, I guess, and set up, and well, the Manaphy's still around, but the Manaphy's pretty weak. I don't know. My Starmie is pretty important here. I kind of wish I was packing Recover. All right, so he's going out into this thing. I'm assuming he's just going to click Extreme Speed. I have to stay in and click Ice Beam in case he just decides to set up a Dragon Dance, a Substitute, anything like that. I have to just stay in. And he knows I have a Ghost Dog in the back, so maybe he won't just lock into Extreme Speed. He actually doesn't. Okay, so he has the, what is this, Yachi? Is that Yachi Berry? I don't remember what berry it is. We're still going to do a hefty chunk to this thing. Yeah, Yachi Berry. So I'm assuming he's going to D-Dance here, which is scary. It's really scary, don't get me wrong. So my light screen wore off. I forgot I still had those up, to be honest. Okay, so we know this thing has D-Dance. I have to just stay in an Ice Beam again. Like I have to. He gets a clean kill on me. But he's gonna kill almost anything I go out into. Okay. So he's a Dragon Dance set and he's at +1. So not great. Not great so far. Let's actually look at I do believe that my Persian will be able to take any one hit and kill with a foul play. So I think that's the line we're gonna take here. We can live any singular hit and kill with a foul play. Could also parting shot. That seems much more risky. I think I just go for the foul play here. I think there's no reason to not go for the foul play. He outspeeds me with any attack, and Outrage does a maximum of 68%. And we know it's not a Z Crystal Mon, so he's not gonna like have Z Outrage or anything like that. Persian's fat, so he will get the outspeed on me, and I'm assuming Outrage is the click here. I didn't bring Mega Altaria this week. It just looked really bad against a team with a Crobat, a Lucario, a Metagross. I think Persian might come in clutch here. I think it might come in pretty clutch here because it doesn't have really good switch-ins to it. Like Lucario is a reasonable switch, but I can just parting shot on it, or I can be super risky and go for a Hypnosis, which is what I think I would do. Because if he set up a Sword Stance, then so he withdraws. That makes a lot of sense here. All right, so this is the worst case scenario because I can't actually do anything here. So I have to switch out, and I don't have great switch-ins to this thing, honestly. I guess I just go out into... Jeez, this is hard. This is actually really hard because it's going to get Magic Guard or Magic Bounce once it megas. So that bounces back parting shot, which is really bad for me. I can't just go on to Entei because it's going to outspeed and it hits really hard. I guess I just go out into Nagini here and threaten the Leaf Storm and then just set up another round of Reflect Light Screen. That's probably my best bet. It's what I'm going to do. So I wish I would. I really wish. Well, does normal Deontay have a clear body? It might. Yeah, it does. So I couldn't have parting shot on it anyways. The foul play did absolutely nothing, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I'm gonna go out into my superior here. He's in with his Deontay. I'm just gonna assume, oh, he just pulls the double. This is a good switch for me. This is a really good switch for me because he doesn't really have anything that can just sit and take. Doesn't really have anything that can just sit and take. I wish I would have clicked parting shot. That would have been dope. I'm gonna click light screen here, just because I don't think there's anything he can. Most of his attackers are. Yeah, I'm gonna click light screen because I think most of his threats are. I'm just gonna do it. He withdraws. Okay, cool. Most of his threats are special at this point, and this will let me get another round of light screen reflect up. So we're gonna click light screen, then we're gonna click reflect. I'm assuming he's gonna go for Sludge Bomb here. Would make a lot of sense. All right, so now we have a lot of turns of this. We should live this unless it crits. This is a bulky Roserade too, because I had that locked in at doing something like, I don't know. I'm gonna go out into my Volcano Boy. It's time. He doesn't have great switches into it. A Sludge Bomb won't do too much. I'm assuming he just clicks Leech Seed here. Yeah, I think that made the most sense. Okay, that dodge is like pretty big. Okay, so I need to think about this because getting locked into a fire type attack doesn't seem great, honestly. But I think it's what I have to do. It also has a 50% chance to burn. So we're just gonna go for it. We're just gonna go for the Sacred Fire. He doesn't have great switch-ins to it. Like anything he switches into, at least has the chance of getting burned, which is extra damage. So see, I'm pretty sure this thing gets 2 hit by this, unless it's like super bulky. Yeah. I guess the downside here is that we know that we can't outspeed this thing. Maybe I should have just locked into extreme speed. That was probably proper. I'm gonna go out into Nemo here. It's a pretty easy switch. I have a light screen up. I should be able to live any one hit. I know I outspeed. I just don't want my Nagini to get wore down because it can actually do work later. This thing getting burned would not be the best. All right, we dodged that. I'm assuming he just lets this thing go down. Like, that's my guess here, is that he lets this thing go down. Wow. I wish I could predict him to switch into Diancie and just go for Hypnosis. But I really don't think I can do that. Switching into this thing, I don't think made the most sense, actually. Just because it puts me in a position where I mean, I'm going to click Foul Play, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill this thing. And then once I kill this, he gets a free switch, and it's kind of like initiative on his end. I really wish my Starmie was still around. I should have played that safer. I should have just like packed Recover randomly instead of Rapid Spin. I don't know. He had a lot of hazards, actually. Like, he had access to, I think, the full gambit of hazards. Yeah, so he just lets this thing go down. That makes sense. He gets to go out into his Diancie here. But I think this lets me go out into Celesteela, probably, and take close to nothing under light screen. Does Diancie get a let's just look at an all-out attacker. And then let's look at Celesteela with my light screen up. I am at 50% though, so. All right, this Diancie's not level 100. All right, so HP Fire would do 23%, which is good. It's like good damage. I have to really worry about the late game of just double extreme speed from the Lucario and the Zygarde. Like, that late game is super strong. Yachi Berry Zygarde was smart. It was really smart. I kind of wonder if I should have gone for Hydro Pump on the Zygarde. I really wonder if I should have done that. All right, I'm actually going to go out to Nagini here because it gives me setup opportunities, and I think Stainless, like, if he goes for HP Fire, which seems reasonable. Actually, I can go out to Volcano Boy, right? How much does my Entei take from your Diamond Storm? Oh, wow, never mind. Behind a light screen, I still take 100, like, it's a guaranteed KO. Iron Head is also a guaranteed KO, but it's a guaranteed KO back. All right, let's look at Nagini here. All right, these look like my best odds. So these are the odds I'm gonna take. I'll switch out to Nagini. I'm assuming he just megas and probably goes for, I mean, I'm assuming the idea here would be that he would go for something like a Hidden Power Fire to get the Celesteela. Actually, I guess he would just go for Diamond Storm. It's super spammable. Yeah, because Diamond Storm has a... Diamond Storm behind light screen does 41 to 48%. How is this? What is this life? Does Diamond Storm like have an ability that negates damage reduction or something? 50% chance to boost the user's defense by 2 stages. That's what it does. That's its only thing. It's got slightly imperfect accuracy. Yeah, he just goes for Diamond Storm here. So we should live this. And then... Oh, we live that. We take that super well. I guess my calcs are messed up. Like, maybe they're not calculating for light screen like they should be. Yeah, because if I re-click it, it says Diamond Storm does 20 to 24%. Could have gone out to Celesteela and it would have been fine. I'm actually going to go for Leaf Storm here. I think he's going to be really hard pressed. I think, well, okay, so this is a good switch. This is a really good switch for him. He's only seen at this point in time. Are you just leftovers? Yeah. So he's only seen, or Black Sludge. My light screen wore off. That's bad. Jeez, do I stay in instead of the light screen? I think so. I think that's better than anything else I could be doing. If he goes for Sludge Bomb here, it's really good for him. Jeez, this is not best positioning. All right, I think I have to stay in and set up a light screen. Hopefully he doesn't go for Sludge Bomb, predicting me to switch out and Cell Steel, and goes for Leech Seed. Okay, he just takes me out. That makes sense. So now my Reflect is down, and I really have to worry about this, like, in game of double. I really have to worry about this in game of just double. If I could ever say words profitably. All right, so let's click Autonomize. I think it's time. I have Light Screen up. He can go for Leech Seed, which I think is his best play. Or he can switch out into one of the things that's meant to sort of like counter this. My Reflect wore off this turn. Ugh. Okay, come on. We're gonna get it. I'm feeling it. How long has we been recording so far? 36 minutes. I haven't even recorded my intro to this episode yet because we kind of rushed into it. If he stays in and clicks Leech Seed, I think he probably wins this game. Because then I believe I've lost everything that I have the potential to sweep with. I would have to like grind him out with Persian and Silvally, which I don't see. Yeah, okay, so this makes sense. I'm gonna click Autonomize here. Man, I really wish that hadn't happened. Because now we're on, what, a 5-turn clock, basically? Alright, so what are his switches here? He can switch into Zygarde, he can switch into Lucario, or he can just stay in. So if I think he's Volky, Roserade, let's just say he's bulky. Alright, I'm just gonna go for the Z Flamethrower and hope that he's slightly not bulky enough to live this. Hope he's slightly not bulky enough to live this, then get the special attack boost, then probably win. Is my guess here. If this takes him out, I think I win. So I'll get the special attack beast boost, and I'll be able to one-shot the rest of his team. Please just decimate him. No! No! That did 2 damage or something like that, or 7 damage. God. Now he threatens to just... this is awful. I'm in really bad position here. Okay, so I go for Flash Cannon. Or I can't go for Flamethrower again. It just doesn't do anything. I think I go for Flash Cannon and hope that takes him out. I think I have to, because I think if he switches here, he switches into Mega Deontay to deny me the Beast Boost. Okay. Don't go into Lucario. Dragon OP. I don't think this is going to be enough to take this thing out. I was this close to clicking Hidden Power Ice, too. Jeez. I think it's going to be the game. Like, I don't think an Extreme Speed can take me out. Okay, so the good news is his Roserade and, like, his team's weakened. I just don't really have any breakers left is the problem. I don't have anything left to break. I click Flash Cannon again. I don't think I die to an Extreme Speed. I might, but I don't think I do. Just switches back out into Mary Jane. Yup. How much would this have done? Would it have taken this thing out? Probably not. No, his entire team is like bulk.deck. Okay. So we're in a position now. Do I actually live one more turn? I think I actually have one more turn. No, I don't. I think it did exactly 21. Or no, it might have been. It might have done a little more. All right, so I'm not in a great position. I'm really not. But I think Inte might actually be able to win this for me. I forgot I had Inte in the back. Like, Inte does a lot to his team. So I have to protect it pretty well, but it just does a lot naturally. Iron Head from Inte should kill. What are the 4 things he has left? He has Rose, Lucario, Zygarde, and Mega Deontay left. Lucario is the only thing that lives in Iron Head from here, I'm pretty sure. So I guess I just go for the Sacred Fire. I don't even know if that sentence I said made sense. I don't think it did. I'm gonna go for the Iron Head. Because it should take this thing out. It sort of forces him to switch into the, his Lucario. I can go out into the Ghost Boy, Ghost Silvally, click Thunder Wave. No, I can't click Thunder Wave. I can't click Thunder Wave because it could switch out into Mega Deontay. So basically I have to get Lucario down low enough where I can finish the game with Iron Head. Because Sacred Fire is not ever going to kill Mega Deontay, right? I mean, I could play a game of switching in and out to kill it, I think. Yeah, Sacred Fire does do 62% to Mega Deontay, which is kind of nuts. He's played really well with his switches. He really has. I mean, there's nothing I can say other than I probably could have made better predictions. All right, so he goes out into this thing. He has to know I'm choice to make this play. I'm gonna go out into Ghost Boy here. If he sets up a Swords Dance, I probably just click Thunder Wave because I think he would be incentivized to stay in. If he sets up a Swords Dance, I might just lose. I don't know. I probably lose here. Lucario. I wish I'd clicked Sacred Fire. I think Sacred Fire was always the play. I don't know, but it just depends because they both limit his switch ins. I kind of wish I was Expert Belt and that I could just switch my moves freely. That would be the best life. Just use his Meteor Mash. That makes sense. How much is that going to do to me? I live. His attack rose, though. What? That's bananas. Okay, I don't actually have, Jeez, this sucks. All right, I'm going to click Thunder Wave because I should outspeed. If he goes out into Mega Deontay, I super get got here. I mean, that seems like it would be the play, right? Just because, why would you not? I mean, I don't know. It seems like switching out to Mega Deontay would be the play here. Or Zygarde even, I guess? No, Zygarde doesn't seem great. How do I win this game? I think I have to put this Lucario to sleep with my cat. I really do. I don't think I have much of an out unless I do that. Unless I can set up that line, I really don't think I have much of an out. This is a really bad matchup for me. I knew that going in. So if I lose, I don't know. There's probably like a couple different mons I could have brought. Yeah, so he goes out into Deontay. It'll bounce back for Thunder Wave. It makes sense, but it was legitimately my only play. Yeah. I mean, it was legitimately my only play. I guess I could have gone for Shadow Ball there. That probably would have made more sense. I wish I'd been like teching a steel move on this. All right, staying to go for Shadow Ball. It's like my one. Oh, I think I just super lose now because this thing outspeeds Entei always. Are my light screens still up? I don't remember. Should have been keeping tabs on that. I feel like I'm just wasting my light screens at this point. I brought dual screens and I don't even think I used them well. I don't know if my light screens are up, but if they are, this is my only out. So we're gonna play to it, I guess, at least. Are they up or no? No, they've been gone for forever. So I'm just dead, right? I don't know. I'm gonna click Sacred Fire, hoping that maybe right now I'm bluffing a Scarf. And that he switches. Okay, we got something working in our favor. Not really, because he's going out into this thing, but... Okay, so we finished that thing off. He just goes back out into Deontay, right? I don't know if there's a way to, like, convince him. I don't think there's a way to convince him that I'm playing, like, I don't know. I really wish Parting Shot didn't get Magic Bounce back. This is a really bad matchup for my team. I think I drafted really well this season. I do. I think my team is cool. I think it does a lot of interesting things. This matchup was impossible to prep for. This just takes me out, right? Like, I can't imagine it not. Oh, wow. Not even close. Just the defense raises sharply. Cool. You got me. All right, so what's the play here? I guess I just click foul play, let him take me out. He super wins. I'm not gonna run because I guess there's still a chance he misplays. Maybe I should have scarfed the Entei. Maybe if I'd actually scarfed it instead of banding it, we'd have a chance here. But I don't think so. His defense just rose 2 stages. There were definitely misplays here. Like, I should have preserved my Starmie. I definitely should have preserved my Starmie. Just because it dealt with Diancie, like 100%. Just the draws here. I mean, I guess that makes some kind of sense. I'm gonna put this thing to sleep though. I'm gonna try to. I guess I don't really understand the withdrawal. Like, his defense had already been raised. I'm gonna hypnosis this thing, just because. If he switches back out. All right, so we land this hypnosis. Nailed it. I still, like, I really don't think we have an out here. I really don't. I think it's gonna be him switching. If we have an out, it's me switching into Entei right now, him not going out to Deontay, and then him switching into Deontay. I don't know. I really don't think we have an out. All right, I'm gonna go for Iron Head. Hope he switches, because this is like my actual only out. If he switches this turn and goes into Deontay predicting Sacred Fire, because I'm trying to take out his Lucario, we actually have a shot. And I would have been playing him this entire time by making him think we have a Choice Scarf. So really our only out is if Bub overthinks. No, he just woke up. Oh, he's scarfed? Oh, no. I'm adamant, so it just doesn't matter. All right, good game. I'm like 90% sure that's good game. There's actual 0 outs now. I mean, we can hit with the foul play again and it'll do some damage, but it's also going to raise his attack stat. Oh, wow. That surprises me. I don't think it matters. We actually just can't beat the Deontay. So at least this isn't the worst in terms of differential. Like, I got the best possible differential I could. My only out there was him switching. This is my only out. And I had to play to it because there was a reasonable chance that he did that, but we just died to the Moonblast now. So good game. Oh, what? That was a crit, right? No. What if we're somehow bulky enough that we just eat these? We're not. Okay. Good game. That's going to be the South Texas Sableyes losing 0-1 to the Munchlaxter United. Like I said, this week was almost impossible. Like, if you saw the matchup, it's just like his team almost, like every mod on his team almost countered every mod on my team. So it was going to be a rough battle. And I knew that going into this week. I think that towards the end, I think I tightened up my play a little bit. There was just turns in the beginning where I let things take unnecessary damage because I was so sure that he was going to switch around his Crobat. Just because, like, I don't know. I think that was the correct play. I think that just leaving the Crobat in wasn't great, but it worked and we got gotted. So, yeah, we lost 0-1 this week. Hopefully next week we really can pick it back up. Because like I said, I think my team's dope. Go watch the team, not the team builder, but the draft breakdown if you haven't. Jeez, I haven't outroed in a hot minute. But yeah, good game to King Bub. Links will be in the description down below. Definitely go check them out. Whew, let me think about what else I need to say. Oh yeah, if you're new here, you should subscribe because we're going to be uploading again. We have about half the summer left to upload with. So I plan on taking advantage of that pretty aggressively. Other than that, if you liked this video, you should leave a like on it. It would help me recover from this crushing defeat. And, you know, I think that's about it. Oh, you should talk to me in the comment section down below. I will reply to you for like 2 days. I promise. That's what I was saying before, you know, before I stopped being a professional YouTuber and just uploading entirely. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to check out any videos that came out before this. They'll be on the end card. I just hope that I record something saying like, oh, I'm back before I actually just start posting again, because it would be good to have that as a buffer. But I'm kind of done here and I gotta leave. Love you. Bye. So tell me something.